2022.
All right, now it's recording.
No shot. No shot.
No, it was. It took like a solid second for it to start recording. All right, now go for it.
You gave me the finger
because I thought it was gonna go after I pressed the button, so I was prepared for the moment. All right, go.
Oh no.
No, I did it already. You get it. Yeah, you get what you got. We don't
Wait,
even
so what
know
are they gonna
is.
get? Like in the middle of like
no idea.
20?
They're gonna get New Year.
No, just year.
I can't believe you did that to me. You put me. Happy New Year's, gamers. It's us, the Gamer Breakfast crew. It's me, your boy, 2022 Jalbagel, and 2022 SkojSkull.
And we have our two guests.
And our two guests. That's twice as many as last time. Please welcome to the podcast again, ForestRaider, aka Liz, and Ceph0Rend.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys. How were your holidays and your New Year's?
Yeah.
Quiet.
Which
is just what I wanted.
Filled with walking towards the end.
Oh yeah, you did literally just hardball and Walker
Holy shit,
for like literally the month that it's been out.
You have been.
So as of this recording, I'm like 3 classes away till maxing out all the combat classes, I think.
So by the time it comes out, you will have them all maxed out.
By the time this video comes out, I'll have all of them maxed out. Yeah.
Holy
shit. So before Endwalker came out, did you have everything already maxed to 80?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I did, and I did like a good 2-3 months prep to get everything to 90. So yeah.
Gamer.
Holy.
Well done.
Like, is it already
gamer.
taking this long for me to get to like level? I'm in level, like my highest class right now is level 72. That's one class.
You're also like still doing the MSQ and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I just hit Stormblood, so I'm dabbling into that.
Very unspoilery answer. What is the 80 to 90 grind right now? Is it just 80 to 90 roulette?
Supposedly it's fastest going through Bosja, but I do fates and dungeons. Yeah, it's still because
to do 80 to 90.
Yeah, apparently it's very boring.
No, I don't want to do Bosja though.
No, just do regular dungeons and fates. It's
that's all I've been doing.
Yes. Let Phil and I sit here and just nod uncomfortably as yes, we totally know what this is.
This is the problem: is that Bosja is Shadowbringers content.
Oh,
that's how far behind you guys are.
You're so even though you're inside and you're level 82, you're stuck with like level 80 stuff.
Really?
It gets dull really fast.
Jesus,
I'm not doing
imagine.
it.
Are they adding like a new dungeon? Like, I don't know how really Final Fantasy works, since I think Liz and I are just hopping into it. Do they only add like new dungeons and like trials and everything through expansions, or is it like, do they add it, like sprinkle it in here and there for like, hey, it's a little more of a story kind of thing?
It's mostly the main expansion already has like a few dungeons, and then they add more over the patches.
Oh, okay.
But but like they alternate between, oh, this time it's a trial, oh, this time it's a dungeon. It's just about it's just about like what gets introduced. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less.
Because it was patch 2 that added the normal raids, right?
Patch 3.
It was patch 3.
No.
Patch 2. Because patch 1 was a hot fix.
Even number patches are, I think, even number patches are dungeons, or I don't know. There's like a system for it, but all I know is like odd numbers are alliance raids, and like maybe even numbers are like the savage normal raids.
Oh like yeah, because 6.01 added Asphodelos, which means
Yeah,
nothing to you two. That's
No.
not a spoiler. That's just a word.
I mean, even though we say what it is, you won't meet it till like
It's just a word.
it's just a word for them. It's just a word for them for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then then when they're already there, they go like, oh, this was the thing Jal and Steph was talking about like years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh yeah.
If I even remember
years
what we were
ago.
doing.
Ouch!
Years ago? How dare you?
That
Wow.
2022, everyone.
yeah,
Oh.
because this patch added the savage versions of those raids.
Yeah, basically harder, super harder one.
But then it also added a couple other things too, which I didn't know about. The treasure dungeon, which I saw you tweet about. I didn't know anything about that. Excitedtron 6000.
It's more the Excitedtron's more like it's a fun. You do it people dungeon to test your luck.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
a
want to
very
do that. I love
community-based
gambling.
Oh my gosh, there's one
Didn't
point.
you just get 100 of those 4.0 lockboxes too from the company seals?
Yeah, I did because a friend of
Did
mine.
you open them yet?
Yes, I have.
Damn, I missed it. I missed that stream. I'm so mad. I want because I'm trying to get to the max rank in the grand company so I can do the same thing.
God, I wish I could
Not
comfortably
Not 100,
watch.
but
I wish I could comfortably
Yeah.
catch you guys stream so I can see what's going on.
I
A
know.
lot.
a lot.
I did an all tank Endwalker Trial 1 EX extreme the other day. It was great.
all tank.
Everyone was and actually it wasn't just all tank, everyone was a warrior. And we're like,
Okay.
Okay. What's coming up? It's a raid wide. All right, nobody takes damage.
Oh yeah, what's the purple icon? I don't know the names of them yet. I'm leveling warrior right now.
Yeah, warrior in Final Fantasy is in a really good
Nuts.
spot. It's so good. They can solo bosses.
They can
Yep.
Dang.
What?
Yep.
They could straight up solo boss. Well, not extreme bosses, but like the
No,
average.
but just like your normal dungeon, like if you just go
Yeah,
and do
they can.
dungeon roulette, you can just go and do the entire dungeon by yourself. As long as you have like if you just go and do you can do a level 80 dungeon just by yourself. You have enough tools
Yeah.
by that point. You really have enough tools by like level 65-ish. As long as you have your heal, you're pretty much set.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm
Insane.
actually surprised it didn't get nerfed. but here I am.
Talk about that
Oh,
Reaper
gosh.
nerf. Oh no, the Reaper can't heal anymore. Anyways.
Oh.
Oh, could it before?
A lot of things like Final Fantasy is
the
known to do this.
Reaper is the strongest DPS by like a lot right now. And
really?
their only adjustment was to a off global cooldown party wide heal that was 100 potency that's now 50 potency. Oh no.
They just have it.
Anyways.
They still deal the most damage out of everyone for
They're
now. at
insane.
That's
Yeah.
It's insane.
I guess I'll have to try
Yeah,
Reaper at
that-
some point then.
That was the thing that I was kind of like upset about with Shadowbringers too. But I kind of got over it though, because I started playing in Stormblood preemptively. I almost knocked my tea over. Preemptively to play Shadowbringers, right? So I learned White Mage and Astrologian on Stormblood patch, and then Shadowbringers came out and it changed drastically. It drastically changed Astrologian. Space Logan.
And they basically drastically changed it again right now.
Yeah, they more or less just changed it again.
Oh my gosh, Summoner was
And-
extremely reworked. Like I had to I
Yeah.
started stream, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play Dragoon for now because I had to relearn this entire class.
But this was like the weird
Summoner's a
thing
lot.
is
Yeah.
I at the point between Stormblood and Shadowbringers, like that transition, I was pissed because I was like, Astrologian's in its weakest like form, like they completely gutted this class, they've like streamlined it entirely, it's now brain dead, no thought snopers, and I didn't like the class at all. But then as I started like finishing Shadowbringers content and getting to the end game of Shadowbringers and then using more Astrologian, I realized that, oh, no, this is actually like busted and one of the best,
Yeah, it's one of the
healers
best one. Like
right now.
It's just so much fun to play as well.
it's so much fun to play in Shadowbringers as well. Now they have like, I had a friend of mine that go like, oh, Ceph, how's Astro? It's not that bad, right? They only added 2 new skills. Yeah, 2 new skills, but 5 more buttons.
Oh god.
Why does Minor Arcana have to be 2 buttons?
Oh,
Why? Why does it have to be 2 buttons, dude? My bars are full as it is.
So there's draw. There's your single drawing your card. There's your redraw to change your card.
Which is only 1 now, by the way.
Which is only 1 per card. There's the undraw, which I'll go back later. Then there's 2 more cards, which is basically either an attack or a heal. And most of the time, we just lose the coin flip and cope.
Yep.
Coin flip and cope.
Every single time, it's the party-wide heal, and you're sad about it. Crown of Ladies, damn it!
Oh, breast phase is coming out. What do I get? Ladies. Lady of Crown. Okay. I need a big heal's coming out. I need a lady. What do I get? A lord. All right.
Yep.
No, that's why you have Essential Dignity and the other one. Those are your copium buttons. We don't need it on Minor Arcana, guys. Come on.
So, what I found out was that if you have both your card and your Arcana and you press undraw, it undraws both of them.
Wait. Undraws the Minor Arcana?
Yeah, it undraws both of them.
It shouldn't touch that card at all.
I have no idea. Like in terms of like wanting to get into healer and everything, I have no idea what to really go into first. Like,
I would
it's
say
mindless.
I would say White Mage or Scholar is
mindless.
A good.
I mean, I started with Astro actually, which holy crap, it overwhelmed me every single dungeon that I did for the first like month.
I know Astro now overwhelms me.
But honestly, now doing White Mage, and I just got Scholar today, which I'm not that worried about. But since like going with White Mage for a while, it was like the most brain dead thing I had ever done.
It was great.
White Mage.
Yeah.
White Mage is either my button hurts something or my button heals something. That's all they do. There's no thinking to it. None.
Should I look into White Mage then? First?
Yeah, absolutely.
I really suggest like trying out White Mage if you haven't tried a healer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Sorry, no. The only thing is like obviously you're starting at level 1. Meanwhile, with Scholar as well, like you'll start with Conjurer. But Astro starts at level 30, I think. And
Astro starts at level 30.
You've already leveled Summoner.
70.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sage is 70. You've already leveled Summoner, so you already have Scholar.
Yeah.
You just have to like properly unlock it.
White Mage. Honestly, because if you start leveling Conjurer, that means you're forced to do like level 10 content and upwards. And so you will really see like what's required in healing as you level. It's incredibly boring when you do like Holotolly hard 9,000 fucking times and the only buttons you have are Cure 1, Medica 1, and Stone.
I think it's
those are your 3 buttons.
You have an attack debuff and like 2 heals and that's it.
And that's it.
Jesus.
And
that's all you
that's for White Mage?
So you are that would be for Conjurer, yeah.
Oh, Conjurer.
And you will be sitting there and pressing Cure, Stone.
Oh, the cat needs a cure. Cure.
Stone. Cure.
But
it's fun.
It lets you. But the thing about trying it from level 1 is it teaches you how to go through with that class because they add it gradually. Yeah. This is kind of like one of the reasons why I highly discourage people skipping if this is their first time through it.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because if you skip, you have like what 20 skills, and you have no clue what to.
Yeah.
Like you can read the potency, you can read what it does, but in the end of the day, you won't know what it doesn't really help you in when you're gonna use those tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
one of my biggest like drawbacks, because like even having leveled, I literally have mained white mage since Stormblood, and even doing that and then picking up Sage, I have still yet to figure out how to play Sage optimally.
Sage is a new one that was
mostly
introduced for Endwalker, right?
Yeah, and it's for me, it's mostly because it's a level 70 class, so you start with all of your things unlocked, and if you teach yourself bad habits from the moment it starts, you're fucked.
Oh.
You know, so like I'm now at the point where I'm watching guides and trying to unlearn my bad habits, and it's like, you know, like, you know, don't use Ukrasian diagnosis to proc your
Let me put this out there. All of Sage's skills are like in Greek. So
What?
Why are they all named that?
Why?
they're like diagnosis. Let me just read you a few.
And prognosis. There it is.
Diagnosis, pneuma, prognosis, dosis, dyscrasia. Which one's the heal?
That sounds so cool, though.
It does sound cool, but which one's the heal?
It sounds cool, but which one's the heal?
I know the answer, I think.
Whereas if I go to white mage, right, I go to it like there's cure, all right,
Cure,
there,
medica.
It's still medica still sounds like a heal. I go to scholar, there's still physic and succor. Succor, we know what it means, and like
suck.
Yeah. But like you try to explain Sage's skills to a friend and like, okay, use Eucrasian prognosis at the start, and like, which heal is that?
Which one's that? But that one's misleading, because that's not a button, that's 2 buttons, which I am definitely making a macro for, because that's fucking annoying.
It's
2
a lot.
whole ass buttons. You never use prognosis or diagnosis alone. Just make your macros now to just use Eucrasian prognosis and Eucrasian diagnosis.
I'm so happy that I have buttons on my side specifically meant for macros, because it's just like macro 1, 2, 3, and I'm like, oh.
That's he's got the gamer mouse. I didn't want a gamer mouse.
No, that's a
He's got the
keyboard.
gamer
It's on the
mouse.
keyboard.
Oh, you're
He's got the
talking about
gamer
your
keyboard.
You got wait, hold on. You got like you're saying like your G1 through your G5,
No.
or like your numpad.
No, on the side specifically, I had like right next
You
to
have
tab,
numbers?
caps lock, and shift. There's one that says M1, M2, M3, M4, and M5.
Oh, he's got like
Mine
in
say
keyboard
G.
macros.
Oh.
He's got like
G1.
on keyboard macros. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh wait, so god. Well, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I got those bad boys too. I got these guys right here.
This was showing off our dusty keyboards.
Yeah. We got it's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. But mine are G, because we're straight gamer.
Well, I'm master race. Okay, I'm
What?
leaving. I'm just gonna...
Nobody laugh, quick.
Oh no.
I will say this though, healing is in like such a weird spot, because like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong about this, Ceph, but from what I've been hearing, like white mage in endgame content right now is like in a really weird spot because of mana management.
Yeah. All the other classes have a way to replenish mana. White mage only has one.
Really?
They can only use like every 45 seconds or so. 30
Is it
seconds.
only a size? Did they lose
It's only a
presence of
size.
mind? Or not presence of mind? What was the purple one? Your mana over time at
there.
like every.
Oh no,
what was it called?
They still have lucid dreaming, because that's a healer.
That
thing,
one,
but
yeah.
Yeah, that's
But,
just
like-
a basic healer.
It's a basic healer thing. But they reworked how thin air works, and nobody likes it.
Right. Yeah. No, thin air only works for one ability, like your
Yeah,
first ability.
Before it was like 15 seconds of completely free casting. I was like, yeah, it's
Bullshit.
busted.
Amazing.
It's busted.
Thin air was
It's amazing.
great. I use what are the wings called?
Temperance.
Yeah, I press temperance, I press thin air, I run my hand across the keyboard. I heal everyone.
He plays the piano.
That's practically it. Nowadays it's like
And then the level 90 skill being linked to you taking damage. What's that about? Like, The level 90
so-
skill is this big flower that when you put it down, it's a raid wide heal, which is amazing, but only when you take damage, which sucks.
So you want to use it? Do you want to use it on like? So there's attacks
Stacks?
that go in multiple times that hit multiple times, right? Or if the boss is like spamming raid wise, that's when you use it.
So every time I see sticks on EX1, just put down the flower.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You just place down the flower.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Yeah, it's
guys,
like-
I got this flower. And then Sage goes, "It's okay, guys. I pressed 6 of my buttons and now you take no damage." You're like, "Oh, my
Like-
flower."
A lot of the a lot of the classes are in a really weird spot right now.
It really
Even
is.
Summoner?
Yeah, even Summoner, because Summoner's like, from what a few friends of mine tell me, is like Summoner's really good, but at the same time, it's like it's not hard anymore, and I'm like, why would you want it hard?
That was my same elitist gripe about Stormblood Astrologian. It's like all of the cards used to do different things, and it made you think about it, and that made it fun and difficult. And then literally, like someone just goes like, "But why do you want it difficult?" Because I'm gatekeeping.
Why would you want it difficult? Because it's like,
I don't know.
Listen,
It's-
if you think your job isn't hard enough, let me know. I'll get into your games, and then I'll just start standing in the hurt circles, and I'll make it harder for you.
yeah, it's like if the game has mechanics, it already requires you to stay focused. I'd rather put more brain power towards staying focused. I don't exactly have a lot, so one thing at a time would be nice.
That going around.
I guess there might be, I don't know if they are considering when making these new changes for like new players coming in, because they're getting a lot of new players right now, like getting into
They
these types of
are.
classes.
Yeah, I would say it's like streamlining stuff too, like legitimately. Because Liz, you played in Stormblood, right?
Nope.
She's
No,
almost
you started in
done.
Shadowbringers.
I'm
No,
I'm
like which
what
which
expansion
like
did you
what was the
start?
recent expansion that came out that you started in?
What?
Am I asking that right?
Shadowbringers?
When did you start playing the game? What was the most recent
Shadowbringers
expansion?
was out.
Oh, okay. So you
Okay,
didn't
then.
play old
Sorry.
Astro.
No,
You
you're
didn't
good.
play original Astro. No, yeah, you're fine. I asked that question like shit.
Happy New Year, we're still drunk. What day is it? What day is
I'm still ask my job. I'm still recovering from COVID.
Oh,
True.
Yikes.
He told me I had to be 3 days symptom free, and I've had a cough for a week.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Ay, ay, ay.
cough.
dude, get well soon, my dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
many people are
I'm
getting
fine
sick
now.
right now.
I'm all good. I did my entire day of being bedridden, and then, you know, it was good.
Traveling is
Yeah.
terrifying with all
Mhm.
this going on.
Dude, all I did was go to my mom's house. We had people come like to my mom's house, so they
I'm
brought the vid to us.
I'm talking about when I visited this
Dang.
one right here.
Oh
Hey.
yeah.
Hey.
Well, it was stressful enough for me as well when you tried to call me and you're like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm lost on the SkyTrain. And it's like, well, I'm on the bus right now. I can't. What?
Trains in the sky. Ooh,
It's crazy.
A sky
But no,
train.
I asked people around. It was fine. Later on, I made it. I'm alive. I think I'm here.
After you got lost, like on where you went on the wrong train, realized you went the wrong way, and then had to go back.
Yep.
Anyway.
So good.
Anyways, it's kind of like completely sidetracked, but you know, because I talked about piano once, but has there ever been something done where it's just like someone hooked up a keyboard to their PC and played Final Fantasy with the keyboard?
I saw a TikTok a while ago. Someone took a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual disc
I saw that one too.
and
That
modded it
was
into a
great.
controller to play
That was
Astrologian. That was sick.
Mhm.
Like
I want
that
to
was
do that,
really
but for
cool.
Monster Hunter, honestly.
Like for the
And
dual disc.
use a dual disc to play Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Use a
That'd be
dual
so
disc to play
great.
Monster Hunter.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just got a
if
a
I had-
Ring Fit. That's gonna be my next project because I want to play
If I had
Rise
more
with a
brain
Ring Fit.
cells, if I had more brain cells, I'd get one of those Bop It, the Bop It controls.
Ooh, a bop it.
Yeah, so every time I just
Slay it.
so every
Cap
time I
it.
press it, Every time I want to
Listen.
move, I just bop it and just plays the sound effect really loud.
Oh
You're
gosh.
gonna hear it because you're gonna be sitting there just smacking it in front of your microphone.
You see his avatar just like shaking as he like hits the
Demon dance, demon dance, demon dance.
yeah, he's like-
Jesus.
There's not enough buttons on a bop it to make that work.
now that-
So
now
you need
that
like
Rise
6.
Now that Rise is on PC, I do want to like try out more controllers because
That'd be great.
I have a steering wheel, as a lot of people know, and it was great using it in Rise, especially with the dog. But like I want to try other controllers as well. It's just not that easy to find them nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Ring Fit. I literally got this idea because I saw a tweet. Someone finished Breath of the Wild using a Ring Fit, and I was like, I can do that with Rise easily.
Oh,
So
my
I bought a Ring Fit. It's sitting in
I
my
saw
living
that you
room. I was
bought
going to
one.
use it today. Yeah.
Are you gonna play the
Oh,
I
game?
didn't
man.
use it today. Well, yeah, I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna play the game first to get used to like using the thing because it's
Oh,
like an actual workout. Like
Mhm.
my friend Fluffy got one, and he was telling me the first week that he used it, he had to stop because he wanted to keep using it, but his body hurt so much. I was like,
No,
oh man, you
yeah.
were like out of shape. And then like I started seeing like other
Like-
reviews for it, and they're like, no, it's like actual like aerobic and like arm workout. I was like, oh shit.
We should get those.
I'm not
It's actually
prepared.
really heavy. If you're completely out of shape, it's really heavy.
Oh, I mean,
No,
I'm
honestly,
shape.
I do want to get it, but it's just like money, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round is a shape. I'm
Round
in
Well,
is-
shape.
it's just like the weather here has been so bad lately as well, and like we were getting into a rhythm of running, but it's just
Yeah.
like when the entire road is like full of snow right now, and like either that or it's pouring rain or windy, like not
Perfect
running.
weather. Time to go
Sounds
out
like you need
for
to move to a temperate subtropic area in the southeastern corner of the United States, where it literally never snows. You can literally run here every day. There's nothing stopping you. You have no excuse.
except floods.
Okay, but the
What
I would
flood?
like an excuse. I would like an
never
excuse,
flooded
thank
near
you.
Yeah.
I prefer an excuse, thanks.
Well,
No, it's-
my
because-
excuse
because
today for not working out was I have a mild cough.
Okay.
It's the same excuse I've been using for work.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Life
But
hacks with Jalbagel. Yes.
life hacks with Jalbagel. Just fucking go ham.
Just give up.
But
oh
Yeah.
man.
with Monster Hunter Rise coming out on PC though, I imagine you two guys are gonna be getting it for sure.
I'll try getting the 1,000 axes again.
Really?
Oh god.
Yeah.
Now you owe
I'd
me
like-
2 wishes, Capcom.
Now they owe me 2.
Well, we didn't get it the first time. We're getting it the second time. Let's go.
Yep.
But are you two gonna be grinding for 999 on Monster Hunter Rise?
I don't grind for that stuff. I still don't have 999 in world.
Like I want
I
to.
know you're not.
And like when Rise first came out, I definitely had the inspiration and motivation to do so.
Mhm.
But I stopped at HR, I want to say 300 I'm at currently or something.
Mhm.
Cuz just there's nothing to do. Like there's no quest to grind because at least with World and at least with GU, those games actually have ways to grind your HR. But in Rise, there was no option other than Rampage, and I'm not doing a Rampage. Like I did it
There
for a
is-
while.
There is
And it's-
the triple Apex one.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that I can use now because those were just recently released.
Yeah, true.
But
Ooh.
it's just when I still had like heavy like motivation to play the game, like I did spend hours like grinding away at like rampages and stuff like that, and it was it
Yeah, I
was
can
bad.
imagine.
Yeah, since we're gonna get
And
everything at
it-
once on PC, we can grind that on PC then.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Almost
no, like
everything.
I'm more
Almost
excited.
everything.
I'm more excited
We're
to
not getting anything released after November or in November and afterwards. We're getting the
Not yet.
3.0 patch.
Not
Mm.
yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's an overtime thing, but something I learned from like back in game dev is like, if the deadline is in, let's say, 12 weeks, by week 10 we should have a working safe build, just in case the week 12 one breaks. And we want to submit that week 10 build just in case. So I kind of feel like this is like that week 10 build. It's safe, and that's what they plan to be released. So are they gonna release the DLC? Yeah, they are. It's just not at launch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
exactly.
And I don't think there's anything big beyond November.
Well, other than the emergency, like the super Magna Mallow and like some of those Apexes, the
Orion
the more HP ones.
All right.
Was released. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like when it comes to grinding 999, it's like even when it came to playing on the Switch, like I still had friends to play with. Like I would play every night with a friend, but like maybe it'll be different this time.
Yeah.
It certainly
totally
does. Like maybe it'll be different this time, but who really knows, you know?
We'll see.
We'll see how it plays.
I mean, I feel like with the release of PC for Monster Hunter Rise is at a good place, because then by the time we get to like a comfortable place with Rise on PC, like Sunbreak will be out. So like I feel like the release of PC Rise is perfect for when Sunbreak comes out in the summer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good like tempo for a game like this.
Yeah. Well, how long did you guys end up playing like base Rise for when it first came out? Like, because I'm assuming that everybody just dropped like all.
Can I request to sit out from this question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Plead the fifth, right? Fear that the answer may.
I want to say that I don't think my answer would count in a general consensus kind of deal.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because like afterwards, you grinded out for those like origami switch axes.
I started grinding out the origamis like barely a month in.
Yeah.
It was released in early March, and by like the end of March, I decided, you know what, let's just make 1,000 origami axes. And like the first update came out, and like, oh, I was done by then. I was sort of done by then.
And then you upgraded them.
Then I upgraded them.
Yes. But I mean, like I feel like I'd probably maybe.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
I don't know.
So until like
how do I have 240 hours
May
in
or
this game?
June? So like about like May or June or whatever.
Probably around May, I want to say, because I think that was around when I started getting burnt out on Monster Hunter for a little bit, because it was just like I loved all the content for Monster Hunter. It was a lot. It slammed at us like back to back with like stories too and everything. But then I think like because I was also playing For You before that, then I played Rise, and then I played Stories 2, and then like it was just constant like Monster Hunter back to back, and like that was all I was playing.
You just need that. You just need that break. It's fun and all, but you know, seeing Wrath lost a 8th time in a row.
Yeah.
And it's a completely different Wrath loss.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It does get boring.
Yeah, so that's like a place I finally found, like, I guess my peace, where it's just like, all right, this is what I'm comfortable with in terms of playing Monster Hunter and other games too. So right now it's fine, but like before it was I think like 2 or 3 months after the initial release for Monster Hunter Rise when I started teetering away from it.
Yeah, breaks are good.
Yeah.
Breaks are good.
No.
Breaks are good.
I still don't know how I have 240 hours in this game. I don't remember playing it. Just blacked
you just
out.
Blacked out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's playing and just knocked out of his chair. He's like,
I would say
Yeah,
I'd say this though, like when Rise was first released, I was already like 100 hours in by the weekend.
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I can't really say how much I did.
The first week, 100 hours done.
Yeah. Even when we were playing like 3U, when I got to a good place where I was just like, okay, I can comfortably like stop playing this game kind of for a little bit. It was almost like 100 hours already, and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still hop into it to play some of the event quests. Those are fun, but
yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh my goodness. I would love to play with you more with you guys in that. That'd be a lot of fun. Oh my god.
No, I'm gonna try to play more Rise once it comes out on PC. I said like when it came out on Switch, I didn't give it like a good enough effort. I didn't give it a good enough chance, right? It came out. I had predispositions against it already, so I was like already not feeling the game. So I'm gonna actually give it like a fair shot this time. Do you guys know what weapons you're gonna play on your official second playthrough, if that's what you're doing?
Finally in sick leave. Finally.
Did you not use Insect Glaive the first time?
Not at all, and I felt bad. Like I was like my
What'd you
main
use?
weapon. Hunting horn.
Oh. Duder.
Duder.
But the Uder.
How about you,
Okay. Liz.
It is?
This is how a
wait for
podcast works. People talk and share their ideas. We usually ask each other
Really?
questions. And
Really?
Wait. What?
it's a foreign concept to you.
Wow.
Thanks. No.
Love you.
I love you too. I'll be probably trying out some more Insect Glaive as well. And I don't think I can ever completely ditch dual blades. So I don't know, because I'm always just kind of a dual blades main at heart. But I kind of there's a stupid thing that I do that I kind of picked up from a friend where there's on your file there's always the one weapon that you never use. So you can use any other weapon, but there's the one weapon you will never use because that's how it looks on your guild card. It just looks funny or whatever. So on my Switch version, I didn't play heavy bowgun. Maybe I'll give heavy bowgun a chance this time. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know what weapon I won't play this time, but we'll see.
I
just
Oh yeah, go.
maybe I'll just make a light bowgun and make it easy for myself.
Light bowgun is fun.
I definitely want to
Light
do
bowgun.
like
No, yeah.
what I plan on doing with GU is play every weapon. I want to try that in like the other Monster Hunter games instead of just sticking with like 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me. I used to have I have a friend who used to play 4 Ultimate and like go through the entire thing with only one weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So and like when you think about you only go through with one weapon, you'd think like long sword or hammer or charge blade, right? He went through with heavy bowgun
Wow.
the entire
That,
way.
like, I have a friend who did that as well, and it's just like when you think about how expensive that is right off the bat with like buying ammo and everything.
Just broke.
Well, not only that, but unlike every bladed or like every other weapon, like all the melee weapons and even just like bow, not every heavy bowgun is good.
True.
Like,
Yeah.
and I found that out as I recently tried that Sharp % HPG, and I found out I got to Nargacuga right in World, so I made it to Iceborne. I double triple carded to Nargacuga 25 minutes after starting the fight. Both times it took 25 minutes, and I double triple carded, and I realized, and I'm happy I was validated by this, but heavy bowgun isn't good. Only specific heavy bowguns are good in specific situations with specific skills and ammos.
Because like you don't
HPG.
have the Blade Master defense, but you walk as fast as someone bringing out a greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, and not only that, it's like not. I mean, like I was doing it with Defender Bowgun, right? And Defender Bowgun gets pierce ammo, not spread ammo. And even with that, it doesn't do pierce ammo that well. You know, it doesn't have a huge clip for pierce. It's Raw is okay. Like I was at Nargacuga shooting this thing, and they were doing 7 to 9 damage per tick.
Yeah.
Oof.
It needs
Okay.
like, it's a weapon that like absolutely needs skills and also just needs the best version of itself. Because if it doesn't have that, then it's just kind of like subpar, not even mediocre, but like below mediocre.
I know you would
Oh,
not
yeah.
want to for a speed
I'll,
run.
I'll be fair though.
But- oh,
like
okay.
people who do single weapon like save files, I salute you, because that shit's hard.
It is.
That shit is hard. Oh, you need a tail for this hammer. You only use hammer. What do?
Wow.
And you know, and
Don't
some
love that
monsters-
hammer.
and, you know, some monsters you can't just get the tail through through rewards. You actually have to do tail cuts and whatnot.
Especially in Rise. Rise is really heavy on like the differences between like part break rewards and slay rewards and capture rewards. Like what is it, Nargacuga Marrow? You just can't get if you slay it.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Well, yeah, that was kind of like something that I saw a lot of people get annoyed about, because like in previous games, it was like it was more well known.
It was
more.
World.
Well, it was just more well known that if you captured the monster, you got more rewards. But now it's suddenly like,
got
no, if you
different
capture this
rewards.
monster, you're gonna get different rewards. So it's like,
Yeah.
if you're looking for that one item and you keep capturing the monster because you think you're gonna have more of a chance of getting it, you're
Never
not.
Jesus.
Exactly.
I mean, is that
So-
only going to be like, was that only implemented in Rise, or was that implemented in
No.
earlier game? Wait, what?
No,
It's been in other games. It
Oh,
was in
okay.
It's
3U,
been other
it was in
games.
4U, it's in Generations.
it just wasn't here in World, because World was like, World was like, capture and kill didn't have much of a difference.
Yeah.
The same rewards, just different ratios. That was it. And usually 9 times out of 10, capturing just meant an extra percent. Oh, I need to get a ruby? Well, I'll capture it and it'll be a 2% chance instead of a 1% chance.
And not only that, like the quest also finished faster. So if you're grinding for a lot of materials, like you can just go in and out faster and whatnot. And that's what people wanted.
Yeah. But in Rise's defense, at least I don't need to open up Kiranico, whatever you want to call it, to figure out what the part drop is. At least it's built and baked into the game like it should have been the entire time.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's such a good change.
You know what? So yesterday I actually found out you can wishlist multiple items at once. I was like, dude, this was a thing from the start. I never noticed this.
Before which
That was in World.
It was.
It was
No, so
as in if what I mean is, if you preview the gear first, then you wishlist it. It wishlists all 5 pieces, then just one by one.
Oh,
really?
yeah, the whole gear set. Yeah, you can do that in World too.
Could you do that in
didn't
World
know
too?
Pretty sure you could. Am I insane? I feel
I
like
don't
you
know. I haven't
could've.
played World in months. I have no idea.
I havened played World in
I can't
like
remember.
a full year at this point.
Yeah, I
Wow,
can't
it's
remember
my favorite
anything from that
video
game.
I know you speedrun every day.
Well, I don't see you booing up GU.
You're right.
So, you know.
Trash game.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Are we about to have a feud right now? Phil, swap to the
Yeah,
like the
Swap
death
to the feud
battle.
screen.
Swap to feud
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
No, I'm actually really pissed off because like I loved Generations, but I couldn't get into Gen U because Gen U was out after like World. Like I didn't get Gen U until World was already out, and so all I wanted to do was play World.
So like World soiled your tastes.
Soiled or fine. No, no, I would. Yeah, World is mayonnaise in this comparison. GU is literally anything else.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's delicious, but in moderation. No, but I was just too infatuated with World. That was the problem, and so I didn't want to get into GU. But now with like the World excitement kind of gone, and with Rise being limited in content. Once I'm done with Rise and Sunbreak and all that stuff, there's going to be another couple month gap between Rise and Monster Hunter 6. So my plan is to either actually do a playthrough of 4U or just play GU instead.
GU.
I don't know. 4U is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I'd say do 4U for now, for first, because GU builds upon the basis that 4U establishes.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Well, yeah. But the my problem is that I've already played 800 hours of 4U. So I mean, it's just a second playthrough. But I've never done that with 4U, and it's been like what 12 years since I've played 4U. How old is it? 10 years?
4U. Let me just Google.
How old am I?
How old am I?
When did 4U come out? MH 4U.
In terms of like
date.
finding a community
14?
and everything on Twitch, especially, I would definitely recommend GU in terms of like if you want to create content around it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can create content out of anything, man. I'll just speed run it. Done.
Oh, okay.
Laziest content ever. No, no, but I more so just want to like, I don't know, just play a different Monster Hunter game because legitimately Rise is world mobile, and with a twist, you know, it's got its changes. But like I still get confused between what was in 4U and what's in Gen, because in my eyes there's 4U and 4U mobile. That's generations, right?
Not wrong.
But like that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's like you know, Ceph was saying, like Gen U is built on the basis that 4U establishes. In the same vein, Rise is built on the basis that World established. It took the good parts of World and built on them. Yeah. With wild and crazy anime mechanics. We have nature's versions of Hunter arts.
So do you guys think that Monster Hunter 6 is gonna build off of Rise, or is it gonna build off from World?
I think it's gonna be its own thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna take the good points, of course, because like
that works.
Have I told you guys how like we're pretty new to 3U, right, Skoj?
Yes.
How did you feel about not having a box outside?
That hurt, but what hurt the most was item sets. There was no item sets.
Exactly, right?
No item sets. That's why I don't want to play 3U.
Yeah, you had to like manually pick up your items. There were equipment sets, so that was still fine. But like you had to manually, if you just finished the hunt, let's say you finished a CDS hunt, you went back home, you want to restock on your bullets, you had to go inside your house, dump all the CDS bits, pick up all the bullets.
Yep. And then go back out. So it's an extra big step to just go through. You don't want to go into your room. You're like, I don't want to go to my room. I'm not grounded.
I don't want. I'm fine. I don't need all my bullets. It's great.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But yeah, not having a box outside, like like since I started in 4U, I started playing in 4U. I had 3U, but I didn't really get into it. Since I started in 4U, my main, like the biggest memory I have of playing my first Monster Hunter was that there's a box outside, there's item sets, everything is nice and streamlined already. Then World just threw that all out because World was even more.
Oh, you want an entire house out in the out in the field for you? You want to be able to have your own little mobile home? Did you forget literally anything? It's always here.
It's always here.
Yeah, it's always here. It's like a lot of people say. It's like that gatekeeping thing we said about an Astro earlier.
My gosh, yeah.
It's not easier or harder. It's
exactly. This is one thing that people confuse all the time. Tedium does not equal difficulty. It doesn't. That's why people think Nuzlocks are hard. Nuzlocks aren't hard. They're tedious.
They're tedious.
Tedium is not difficulty.
You see,
and in the same sense here,
whenever
just being annoying like that, yeah.
Whenever you and I do it, Jal, though, it's gonna be a challenge because it's gonna be with me. So,
I mean, I'm ready.
Oh
God.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that yet, but we'll figure that out.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out.
Skoy and I got plans. We're gonna play Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Oh.
Play so much Pokemon.
We're ready.
Can't wait.
We're doing stream or shiny races, and now we're gonna do some other challenges. It's gonna be fun.
Hell yeah.
Oh, do you know what comes out in 3 weeks?
Are you trying to let out a shit? What happened? Oh, the Legend of Arceus. Yeah.
Yes!
Oh, I'm actually interested in that. I want to see more of it.
Me too. I want to.
I've already pre-ordered it.
I want to watch someone play it before I really dive into it.
Yeah, same here.
I'll
Like,
watch
it
you
looks
play it.
Guys,
great.
I know a really cool streamer that's gonna be streaming and playing it on release and for the entire weekend.
Not Jalbagel? I'm kidding.
No, definitely not. That guy sucks. Don't watch him. He's incredibly toxic. Did you hear he actually liked Stormblood Astrologian over every other iteration because he's a toxic gatekeeper? Yeah, that guy sucks.
No.
Did you hear he actually likes Gen 3 breeding because he's a toxic gatekeeper?
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, I need Pokemon breeding in Gen 3. You didn't know if you got it right until you leveled the Pokemon to level 100. It's the only way to know.
Yikes. Oh, that was the first time. That was the first time it made it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because so competitive breeding was introduced in Gen 3, and then you wouldn't really know like your Pokemon stats until they were about level 50, but you still really wouldn't know until they were level 100 because then you're fully maxed out. There is no more like, you know, progression calculation. Like it just showed what the stat was then. But now we have the you know, IV checker and the EV training that we do in Gen 6 going forward that makes the game accessible and fun. No, don't like that. I hated Gen 3 breeding, by the way. It was the worst.
It sounds like your Gen 3 breeding sounds like it's I'm trying to find out if my Pokemon's good or not, but it's a lot of extra steps.
Yeah.
Like you could guess early on and be like, is this right? Maybe. And then you get to level 50 and you realize that like one of your IVs is wrong.
Oh.
I mean, the premise of Pokemon Legend of Arceus looks interesting. Like you yourself as the trainer go out in the action too. Yes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember. I think I talked about this before, but I remember seeing the trailer like, oh, it's a really elaborate Pokemon game. Then suddenly the main character dodge rolls out of an attack. I'm like, wait, you dodge roll out of an attack? I'm sorry.
What?
What? That's an actual thing?
There's like another trailer where like the scientist dies or something. I don't know. Like there was like, I was like,
what?
There's been really good trailers for it though.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything on Arceus, to be honest.
I can show you.
It looks fun. Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
It looks Pokemon, but not Pokemon.
I think that's what they're trying to do, and I feel like that's what Pokemon's trying to like kind of steer away from because they're like going to what the audience wants, which is like their typical cookie cutter Pokemon game since like release, and then sprinkling in some new stuff.
I'm pretty sure after 26 years at this point of doing that, there are going to be people who are bored, and like a lot of people are going to be like, oh, we're not bored. No, people are bored. You're just not the one that's bored.
I mean, I'm not bored.
I mean, that's why they're making changes now, because like Legend of Arceus is like a huge change right now.
So this is something that I have been pointing out about the game though, because I am treating this as a Pokemon spin-off, because Pokemon games are not going to be designed this way every single time. I don't see them doing that personally. And they've kind of talked about like this being a new approach, not the approach, right? And you know, like not the only approach, right? I don't see this being the norm for Pokemon games. I don't know yet. The biggest thing that I'm scared about is the change to the combat, Like they showed that it's more like a Final Fantasy RPG style game where it's not
more
speed
Monster
tiers. Yeah, it's
more
not like
Monster Hunter.
speed tiers anymore. It's like speed matchups, because like you can go 2 turns in a row like a Final Fantasy game, right? And it's that change right there is a fundamental change to Pokemon, and so now I'm kind of like iffy on it, you know.
I'm just iffy about it.
So I just don't. Oh yeah, and plus they already did say that Pokemon Legends Arceus isn't going to be the competitive scene. Like it's all still going to be in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Until, you know, whatever comes out next, hopefully, because I want, you know, that's one of the things that draws me to Pokemon is the competitive scene.
Sword and Shield 2. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Gun. The next game
and Grand Shield.
Would you? It's gonna be just. It's gonna be a. You're either a dual sword Sam or double discus Derry.
I'm fine with that. I like Sword and Shield. I do.
I enjoy
like
it.
A lot, actually.
It's pretty fun. The shiny hunting is really fun.
It is up there. Yeah, no, it makes shiny hunting stupid easy, and it's up there in like my favorite Pokemon games. But I'm also weird because like my favorite Pokemon game is Gen 6. Strange. I know. 3DS doesn't like retro games.
Don't worry about it. Like everyone has like their thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Pokemon. It's like actual Pokemon,
love it.
right? Everyone has their own favorite Pokemon, and someone somewhere will think that your favorite Pokemon is weird.
Oh, absolutely.
What's your favorite
Joltik.
Pokemon? Joltik. Oshawott. You, Liz?
I think I got asked this earlier, and I just completely froze up because I don't know. I'm sorry. Anything that's cat-like.
If she can't name a Pokemon, I don't know if she can
Skitty?
stay on the podcast.
Stay on the podcast? Maybe Skitty? I gave you clips of Skitty.
Skitty.
Feeding her
Skitty.
answers. What is this?
I don't know. Like I'm just trying to Delcatty, Glameow. Like they're those
The
cats.
cat ones.
Yeah, I like cat ones. I don't know. I haven't played a lot of Pokemon personally. I'm really enjoying Pokemon Shining Pearl, but I don't know. I've only played through Ultra Sun.
It's alright. There's like 1,000 Pokemon out there. I can't expect anyone to remember them all.
No. Like for me, I think it's like Oshawott and Turtwig. For me,
my memory only goes up to Gen 3, and that's it. What's
fair.
this Pokemon? I have no clue what this Pokemon is. Is that even a Pokemon? you show me a garbage bag and like
garbage bag. Yeah.
Is that Pokemon?
Did you guys see the tweet? Someone like showed an image of every Pokemon in the game to a like machine learning AI, and then told that AI to make Pokemon, and some of the fucking things that it created it's wild. It is a very cool tweet.
What?
Oh no!
I have to find this again. It's come up so many times for me. Let's see. Machine AI makes Pokemon.
It's crazy.
That's probably.
But I mean, as someone that's just like
thousands of new Pokemon using AI.
That's
Some of these things are wild looking.
That's insane. But as someone that's just like just getting into Pokemon, like, or not just getting into Pokemon, but like relatively new to it, how do you feel with it?
Sorry. It's just like, I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm at a point where everything is just changing. Because it's like I still had experience it when I was a kid. My sister was a huge fan of Pokemon. And like I did play Crystal on the Game Boy Color, but unfortunately it was broken, so I couldn't save the game.
Oof.
So I would get to like the second city or something because I would pretty much have to speed run before I even knew that speed running was a thing, and then play for as long as I could before I had to go get dinner or whatever. So it was just like I watched the anime growing up, but now it's just kind of seeing everybody be so passionate about the games and everything. kind of scary.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've
I know
been
all the
tempted to stream
Pokemon.
it. Yeah, like I've been tempted to stream it, but it's like I don't want to be that person that streams and then has someone in chat be like, "How did you not know this Pokemon is this type? Why would you use this type against this Pokemon or whatever?"
Yeah.
I
mean,
just use the same excuse. There's over 1,000 Pokemon, and you can't expect me to remember them all.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't even remember one.
It's like the same thing though when someone like jumps into one of your Monster Hunter streams. You're like, why are you using ice against Teostra and not water or whatever the right one
I'm
is?
still doing damage. It's
No.
gonna
You know,
die
it's like-
someday.
Like, I don't know, man, because I don't care. It's gonna die.
Yeah, I'm just vibing
It's like-
regardless.
It's like I didn't do this to speed. I did this to survive, and this is the strongest weapon I have.
And it
at the
looks
moment.
cool.
Yeah, it
Well,
looks cool.
I will say this: the number of like toxic Pokemon people, like they don't show up until you start streaming competitive, right? Like I've
Oh.
literally never seen like someone on someone's casual playthrough of a game go like, how did you not know this type matchup? Like it's mostly the worst that I've seen is like oh, you didn't know that Pokemon existed? Like that's about as bad as I've seen. And if you're like, you know, Babby's first Pokemon game, like no one's gonna have any expectation that you're gonna know what a Zygarde is, right? Like
Do you
You'll
know what a
never see
Zygarde is?
one.
I'm kidding.
I'm searching through the annals of my head to figure out what
I
is
did.
this Zygarde and if
it's
I can
not
eat it
that
or
obscure.
Didn't I say like I didn't know something the other day on stream, Phil, and like everybody yelled at me, including you?
What? Including
Well,
me?
yeah,
No, I think
people
it's
what did I
love
yell at you
and want to
about?
give you a hard
Wait.
time.
I think it was about like your favorite Pokemon.
Ow.
What?
So I was like, I don't know
No.
what I don't.
Oh?
I'm framing you.
What? I don't remember
This is
this.
gaslighting.
I did.
Yep. You did yell at me. No.
What? Wait, what did I? What?
That just happens. That happens with familiarity of your stream, though. Like you misspeak or like you just don't like know like a small detail, and people like to make a joke out of it. You know,
Yeah.
that's antagonistic
That's true.
humor, which is shit that I try to like nip in the bud because I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't like that. If you are trying to make a joke at my expense, this is no longer fun for me.
Oh,
If I'm
yeah.
trying to make a joke at my expense, I'm having fun with it. But I would never make
Oh,
one
of
at like
course.
somebody else's.
No.
Yeah,
No,
so
and I
it's,
get
it's,
that.
it's the same. It's the same thing, right? And like people, you know, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It just depends like where it kind of comes from.
I want people to be chill and just to know when people just want to chill.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
If you're streaming a game, you're playing Monster Hunter, you use a fire weapon against Rathalos, then you have people screaming at you for it. I'm like, I just want to chill.
I'm vibing,
just-
dude. Don't mind me.
I just like how the weapon looks.
Yeah.
The weapon looks good.
Yeah.
This is the strongest. This is the only rare 4 weapon I have that's not under 100 damage. Please,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just let me hit the monster.
Ceph, before we get dangerously away from Pokemon, because you didn't answer the question, what is your favorite Pokemon?
It's Frostlass.
Frostlass.
Not Psyduck. Wow.
Frostlass.
Or
No,
Something.
not Psyduck. Not Psyduck. No, I like Psyduck. Psyduck's great. I freaking
Have
loved
you
it.
seen
I've
Duckling?
watched-
There's literally a
I
Pokemon
feel
called
like-
Duckling.
There's a Pokemon called Duckling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're about to make Seth happy.
Oh,
Ducklet.
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 Ducklet. Excuse me.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
Ducklet's great.
Yeah.
Psyduck still has a place in my heart though.
Yeah.
Like I used to watch the like Indigo League Pokemon.
Oh
and,
yeah.
Mm.
The
and
OG.
Misty's Psyduck is despite it being like the joke of everything, it's always like the funniest one. Like
It's so
Uh,
derpy.
my favorite episode back then was like Psyduck. No, Misty was trying to fight someone. Was Pokemon battling someone, and they used the Licky Tongue, and Psyduck came out, and all Licky Tongue did was just lick Psyduck. Psyduck got a headache and just went.
It went back into
went.
the Pokeball.
It went Mob Psycho.
Oh.
It just went Mob Psycho. It like Psyduck has a special place in my heart because of that. I was like, this is great. I love this Pokemon. It's stupid. It's stupid as hell.
That's too cute.
But it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, Frostlass though.
Frostlass, yeah.
Frostlass is evolved form of SnowRun.
Yeah.
SnowRun.
Yeah, so that's the beautiful
Gen
looking
4.
one. That's a ghost.
It's a very specific evolution from SnowRun.
It's very specific. It's gorgeous though. Like it's really pretty. But it's like
I remember having Yukiona.
Oh.
Yep. So
Japanese snow fairies.
Oh.
So back when I was playing 4th gen, because the last was I forgot what the last Elite Four like the champion was, but I remember him wiping all my Pokemon.
Oh, geez.
And right at the end I had Frostlass. And somehow I won with Frostlass, and I've kept that same Frostlass ever since. I just kept on trading it up.
Oh, nice.
Like this is.
I just haven't traded up to newer games yet.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with my Swampert. I've had the same Swampert that I had on my original Sapphire version. It's in my Sword and Shield now. And I remember when Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out and it got a Mega Evolution. I was literally in college sitting in the Student Life Center sobbing when I Mega Evolved it because it was just such an emotional experience for me.
Oh.
It's like it's the same Swampert. I've had it since I was 8.
Aww.
That's kind of
So sweet,
god.
though.
I have
That's the only Pokemon I've had that long too.
I need to like go through all
others.
of my games and like try to. I need to go through my 3DS and see if I still have Pokemon Bank. That's kind of. Is that
It
ended
never
already?
goes away. Never goes away.
Okay, so it's still.
Oh wait, Bank.
Pokemon Bank is the.
Oh no, Bank still exists. Yeah. Bank is still good. Yeah, you can still transfer from Bank to home. Yeah,
That's good. Okay, I'm all set.
never goes away. You'll just have to pay for the sub again to reactivate it. But
Wait, so what is Pokemon Bank?
That's the thing that was Pokemon Home.
it's
On
the
3DS.
3DS's cloud storage system, and then it evolved into Home.
You could basically get the older games traded. It was like semi GTS, but at some point the games let you put it. It's like a Google Drive for it, and like you pick it up.
That's
in a different
essentially
game.
what it is.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I had to trade up my Frostlass from Gen 4. It was like from the Game Boy to the DS to the 3DS. Then finally, when Pokemon Home was out, I put it straight there.
Yeah.
And I haven't took it out again because I have no clue how to sign up for it again. But it's there. If I turn on my 3DS, it's still there.
There you go. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Pretty sure you can do it through your Switch services. If you just like boot up Home,
Yeah,
it'll prompt you to pay for it.
You need to boot up Home and you need to boot up your bank, I think, because it gives you a code to connect to your 3DS bank or something like that, and then you can see what Pokemon are in there.
I'll do it on next gen Pokemon. Not. I'll be fair. I'm not too keen on Diamond and Pearl again.
That's fair.
Mm.
I mean, I don't think you can access Pokemon Home through Diamond and Pearl yet.
Soon.
You can.
Yeah, they said early 2022.
That's cool.
It's early
that's coming around
2022.
soon.
Come, I'm kidding.
Yeah, come on. It's already the 4th.
Still plenty more
2022.
early to be had. March is still early 2022. Listen, according to Capcom, November is summer, so.
Well, I mean,
So when do you think the news about the new Rise stuff will be out then? Because they said spring of 2022.
November.
well, well, I mean, if you count the year by quarters, technically March 31st is the latest they can say that.
Yeah.
Technically, but it's winter.
But that's what.
Yeah, but it's winter, yeah. So it's not even by quarters. Didn't you make a tweet about that? Someone made a tweet about that, like how they should do like quarters instead of seasons. Especially because like people in Australia are like, when are we getting this news? Like it's literally summer right now.
It's still winter in April for me.
Winter. If it's winter in April for you, like Australia is like
It's the opposite.
When everyone has summer, when everyone in America land has summer, Australia land has winter, which is
It's summer for them right now. Yeah.
But I mean, like,
literally 105 in Australia today.
Oh, thank God I'm not there anymore. I can't handle the heat.
Probably.
I can't handle the heat that much. Jeez. I'm done.
It gets to like 100 degrees sometimes here in New Hampshire. Like, it gets to the point sometimes where I'm just like, why do we move up here? It's the same thing as the Florida. We just have winter now.
It's beautiful here in Florida all the time.
Yeah, because you have air conditioning in your house.
Correct.
I know. I have to buy a whole like thing to have in my room to be like, I have air conditioning.
A whole house that has air conditioning. Just buy the house with air conditioning.
Oh, you're right. I should do that. Just
forehead. Just buy the house.
Just buy a new house. It's not
like what you got.
I did.
But no, like we're getting a lot of like Halloween themed monsters for Monster Hunter Rise, which I think is really cool. Like it's
cryptids, yeah. That's what they're kind of shooting for, because all the stuff in Rise was based on like Japanese yokai,
Japanese ghosts and yokai,
yeah. And so now the theme is moving towards Western folklore and cryptids. So think like the Loch Ness Monster and Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster.
I expect the Loch Ness Monster not be Lagiacrus. In fact, it's just gonna you're gonna see the tail. You know how the classical Loch Ness Monster picture everyone posts.
Yeah,
it's like Nessie's head sticking out of the
Nessie's
water.
Head. And you know how there's like theories how that's like an animal's tail instead, right? Because it looks just like that. I have a feeling the Loch Ness Monster of Sunbreak is just gonna be like that. We're gonna think it's a head, but no, it's a tail, but it has like the markings of the face.
Gobble. It's gonna be his little head thing for Gobble.
I can't wait for the Jersey Devil monster to come out, the Comoran Devil.
The Comoran Devil. Something I want for Sunbreak though is give, like, if they can't give Apex monsters an armor set, at least make it like make the weapon, give it a weapon at least.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
I would love that.
Like the Wrath weapon like it could be upgraded again to the Apex Wrath weapon. That'd be
my
cool.
theory is that we're gonna get like Apex armor in G rank or not, or Master rank now. That's my theory.
Just from the sheer will of the community alone, yeah. I can see that too.
Even then, like, it just makes sense, because like think about GU Deviants. They literally had a whole armor set for Deviants and GU, and these are just Deviant Light. Like we should have an armor set for them. The fact they're not in low rank, high rank really leads into the fact that they should be in G rank.
Yeah. Just give me a reason to farm them, honestly. Other than like trying to,
I'd say that the community managers and the devs have been pretty responsive in terms of feedback.
Yeah.
When I say this, because like I don't want to say this is because of my doing, but you know how I always complain about the notifications in World? Rise didn't have as many. It was great. Rise's system is only in like the items itself. People made a complaint about what was that last year? Ancient Lesson when it was first out. Ancient Lesson was an okay fight, but it just kept on teleporting and it wasn't fun.
Oh yeah, and they fixed that AI.
Then they made it so that it on the last phase it teleported less. It hurt a lot more, but it teleported less.
Interesting.
Or what about the one of the things that I always complained about was Brute Wyvern jumpies in World. When they released Iceborne, Brute Wyvern jumpies AI was actually broken. They
Yeah,
fixed that.
it just jumped. It just jumped and jumped and jumped. They fixed that. Like,
Have you ever seen that before? I have clips. I should find it. I have clips of me literally just standing perfectly still and a Folger Anjanath just
I've
tries
seen
to
those
just
before, yeah.
times.
Can I see that? I need that.
I'll see if I can't find it again. But I literally put down the controller, just sat back and goes, Iceborne AI, y'all.
Yeah.
Finally when it got
like,
fixed.
I'd say that they're pretty responsive in terms of community feedback.
They are.
And, you know, we
yeah.
wanted more stuff. They gave us more stuff.
Mhm.
I mean,
Love stuff.
well, even when it came to like the Rise demo on the Switch, like there was that weird bug where if you had too many friends on your friends list, like they were very quick to respond and be like, "This is not in the full game.
This is
Yeah.
not
We don't know why
intended.
this is you yeah, we are
This is
so
not
sorry."
intended on the
Hey,
game.
friends, too bad, can't play. Lonely.
Then you awkwardly get those people saying, "Wait, but I've never had leg issues."
Because.
And then you're just kind of, yeah.
It's like saying, oh, if you don't have that friend who eats their boogers in your circle, guess what? I have bad news for you.
You're that friend.
You're that friend.
There you go. Oh my goodness.
There you go. But yeah, the Monster
I'm looking
Hunter
forward.
devs have been pretty responsive.
Oh yeah, like I feel like that's
Yeah.
what we need. It's like that. I feel like that's what like definitely one of the things that makes the Monster Hunter community so great is like how responsive the game itself is, and just being like, hey, this is not supposed to happen. We're going to fix that right away, or and so on and so forth. Like
I mean,
Yeah.
it's been good to see this kind of change from them too, because like the Monster Hunter team, especially in Capcom, has been this kind of like ambiguous, amorphous blob that operates in the background, shitting out Monster Hunter games and content for them. And now we actually like get to see them up front in the Western audience. Because like, yeah, they were very, you know, active and popular in the Japanese audience.
But we
for
had no
every
idea what's going
game.
on.
I think I have a friend who said that if you were to compare Monster Hunter to another game, it's like the Call of Duty of the East. It's like Japanese Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
Yeah, no, and it really is.
It really is.
Like this game is incredibly popular in Japan, and it shows. Like the fact that Rise is still one of the most sold games for the Switch on Amazon is a testament to the fact of how popular it is in Japan. But it's been really cool to see this change because I've been following Monster Hunter content since 4U. That's like when I really started getting into like watching people make this stuff, and all of a sudden with World's introduction, I now know who people like Ryozo and Ichinose are. I didn't know those names beforehand. They've been involved in Monster Hunter games forever, but now they're being, you know, actual personalities and people and interacting with the Western audience. And I mean, even today, Capcom puts out a thing that is a US content Capcom content creator program.
It was really nice to see.
And that is incredibly left field, but it shows that Capcom has an interest to establish a stronger Western audience.
I fucked myself in
And-
that. Because I
And I'm
accidentally
Canadian.
said sign in to authorize
No,
and
I
submit.
know. I saw big purple button. I'm like, oh, I need to connect my Twitch. Click it. That sends it. Oh, I didn't fill out the information at all.
Yeah. No, I was in call and he was just like, "Oh, I fucked up," and I was like, "Oh, what'd you do?"
It's okay. I'm still not convinced I used the right email, so
But
we'll
no,
see what
I
happens.
reached out to one of the community managers, and they told me to like reach out to this email, fill out the information that you meant to fill out, and then just send it to them. Like, sorry.
But that that really shows, because like they're you know, they even say like in this content creator application, like if you're interested in Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Monster Hunter World, or Monster Hunter, not World, but you know, just Monster Hunter, and like their Mega Man that was in there, right? Like if you're interested in these franchise, Devil May Cry, as long as you're interested in like a Capcom franchise, they are interested in knowing about you, and they're literally looking to establish a Western audience, and that is incredibly exciting to me, because I mean, I don't know, I think for all of us it's really exciting, just in the fact that this now is the developers putting a spotlight on a growth market, and that growth market is only good for people like us.
It's exciting, but it's only US.
You should apply anyways. You should legitimately apply
Canadian.
anyways. Who cares? Just apply anyways. You think they're gonna check?
Just say
Well,
that, just say
probably
you're in-
if
they
just
try
say
to
you're
send
in-
me
you're in
stuff.
North America. Just
If they're
say you're
gonna send me
US.
stuff, yeah, they're gonna be angry
That's
at
probably
me.
why it's US only right now, because
That's
you
what
know
I
they want to
figured.
streamline sending out like product and stuff like that. Because yeah, they're talking about, for those that don't know what this program actually is, it's the Capcom's content creator program, where they're trying to streamline the accessibility for Western content creators to have access to Capcom content, and that includes like early releases for games, like care packages, like merchandise packages for games and stuff like that too.
Love that.
Right?
Apparently, in-game merch as well, or DLC.
Yeah, I wonder what that's gonna look like. But I mean, it's just a way for them to just it's just a way for them to like siphon stuff to us though, and kind of megaphone out some Western content creators too, which they try to do, but they haven't had like a process to do that yet. Just kind of seem like picking and choosing who they get to interact with. But now there's like a very obvious system and application process that you can go through and do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
Everything's
It
exciting.
is.
Oh,
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things going on this year too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. This year is like it's kicking off to a great start. Like the previous years have been like right off the bat, it's always been like boom, something terrible's happened at the beginning of the year, and you're just like, can we just like relax?
Can I stop you? Can I stop you right there to not jinx it just in
No,
case?
no, I'm not saying it like that. I meant like literally the beginning of the
If
year, like the
anything bad
day
happens,
one.
you can blame it on.
Yeah.
No, I meant
blame it
like
on
day
Skoj.
one. I meant day one. I know. Like this is like hugely jinxing it, but I meant like day one. Like every year for the past like 3 years has been like day one has been like terrible. That's all I'm saying.
I can agree.
That's all I'm saying. The world, please don't hurt me.
There's a lot to be excited about this year as well. Like there's a lot of good games coming out. I'm super excited.
Pokemon.
Pokemon, Splatoon 3, I'm super hyped
Elden
for. Breath of the
Ring.
Wild 2, Elden Ring.
I don't think I'm gonna get Splatoon 3.
Did you ever play the previous ones?
Yeah, so Splatoon 1, I almost started streaming from. Like I almost became a Splatoon main when that came out, because I was like, this game is awesome, like I love it, I am in love with everything about this game, it's literally perfect in every way, shape, and form, it always feels balanced and fair and fun, and I just didn't. And then Splatoon 2 came out and I bought that, and I'm like, it's the same game, it's the Call of Duty effect, right? It's the Pokemon effect. The same thing. It's updated graphics, new weapons, new Pokemon, and new maps, new region, right? Like it's all the same stuff. Call of Duty and Pokemon are the same game, y'all, except one's with guns and one's with cute animals.
With guns.
Wait. Sometimes. Gunmon, go. Wait, that's Digimon. But I was looking at Splatoon 3 and I'm like, okay, it's Splatoon 2 again, but like with new stuff. Like that could have been a DLC. I would have bought a DLC, a $40 DLC all day long instead of a $60 new game. That's just my take.
Yeah, I think it's just like more of the hype with it is the fact that the thing that I really love that they do with these games is, about Splatfest. It's like
I love
the tournament. There's so much fun. It's a tournament in the game where you play for 2 days in special modes against like an opposing team, like a global opposing team, for like whether or not you like ketchup or mustard on whatever, or like
ketchup or mayo. You say it the right way. You either got
that's
to be
what it
the
was.
red
Sorry.
ink or the slightly off-white suspicious
Yeah,
ink.
that was really bad for the
That
colors.
was yucky.
It was pretty much blood against,
White jelly.
Semen,
Okay.
I'll say it.
Yeah, pretty much everyone was just shooting semen. It was disturbing.
People chose
Twitter
mayo
was
just
a
for the sake of
nightmare.
it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no,
But,
Twitter was a nightmare that entire
Yeah,
just
it was
weekend.
bad. But anyway, so with Splatfest, kind of how they like lead up to the next game is in the events of the previous game, how the last Splatfest ends is how it determines what's going to happen in the next game. So in the first game, it was like there were two like idols. It was Callie and Mari, and I think Mari won or whatever in popularity. So oh no, stuff happened to Callie in the next game.
Yeah.
And now what's happening in Splatoon 3 is the last Splatfest was Chaos versus Order, and Chaos won.
Okay.
So that's determining the next game.
It's
So-
Splatoon 3 Stranger of Fantasy. All right.
Yeah, I was about to say it. I was gonna say Splatoon 3 Final Fantasy 16 crossover.
It's a Dark Souls game now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Splatoon 3 is a Dark Souls game now.
Oh no.
I don't know. I'm super excited to see what they do with the game. Like they absolutely
think
killed it with the
that's-
Octo expansion.
Yeah, I think that's. Oh yeah, no, the Octoling expansion was sick. I absolutely loved
Yeah.
that. But that's what I wanted more of, especially because it's not. It made sense that Splatoon 2 would come out because a new console was out, but there is no new console. It's the same console. It supports huge DLCs as it is, because a DLC you're getting online anyways, and that's going to be downloaded to the console. Like that's what it is. And all of the changes that they're adding are all online content stuff. I mean, like, granted, yes, there's going to be a new story mode, and that's an easy fix still. Like you just sell Splatoon 2 complete, and that has the Octoling expansion and then the Splatoon 3 expansion, right? For lack of making new words. And and like they could have just done that again, because this game, that would breathe new life into an existing game. It would still drive sales for it, and then they would arguably make more money off of an expansion like that, because I'm legitimately not about to buy a brand new game. Like, because I love Splatoon, but like I'm just not going to do it. I didn't play Splatoon 2 at all. But if an expansion came out, I would have bought it.
Yeah. No, and I get that.
I feel like that's it's like these. It's like it works for Splatoon. It doesn't work for stuff like Monster Hunter. I'm like, it does.
I'm fine. I like the G rank expansions though for Monster Hunter. It's better than buying a whole other game. It's $20 cheaper. It's not having to redo my progression or transfer a file and something goes wrong.
My favorite part about this, so because I live in Indo, right? It's either download or buy a disc. If I were to buy a disc, I have to go out.
Yeah.
And since for a few years now, every time I go out on like day one, because I want to try it day one so I don't get spoiled. I go out, I ask them, hey, do you have this game? They said no. Then so I just have to go back home, open up Steam and buy it from there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It happens the same as well for the expansions.
Yeah.
I think when Double Cross was first out, I got so tired about it. I just downloaded it from a Japanese store, and at least a good 2 weeks later, the cartridge came in. I was like, dude, I'm already done with the game.
Oh yeah. But I get that. I think
having downloads is way more accessible.
Oh yeah.
Way more accessible, especially now where going outside is
not good.
Dangerous.
I'd rather stay inside than go outside.
It's scary outside.
Introverts are happy. But are there games that you guys are looking forward to? Like, I mean, we got Splatoon 3.
Bayonetta.
Games coming out in 2022.
Bayonetta 3 looks sick. Look at that hair. Oh, high definition hair. Let's go.
I got sort of disappointed for Bayonetta's trailer because like the opening had that character from it had the mascot of Astral Chain.
Yeah, which I was
yeah.
okay. I thought they did that on purpose to make people think that they were gonna add the Astral Chain protagonist to Smash. Because I literally stood up out of my chair and like, they're adding Astral Chain to Smash, and then it was Bayonetta. I was like, fuck! I was so mad. I love Astral Chain. So good.
I was more happy like, oh my god, they're making Astral Chain too. I'm like, oh, it's Bayonetta.
Too.
Sure.
Yeah, because I legitimately I was so hyped. I was like, Astral Chain and Smash, let's go. Because that'd have been so good. But looking back on it, it would have just been a Joker clone.
Yeah.
True.
Horizon Forbidden West is coming out this year. I'm just looking.
PS5 gamer.
Yeah. Oh, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That comes out.
True.
That comes out as well.
DLC comes out this year. Yep. Is it a DLC or is it a whole game?
It's a whole game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember when it was announced. It was announced as a DLC to Borderlands 3.
I have no idea.
It was originally. It was
So-
originally marketed as that, and like somewhere down the line, like it changed.
Yeah, it just evolved into a whole game. So Tiny Tina's Wonderland is Borderlands. It's a Borderlands universe. It's a Borderlands game. But it's a D&D game. In the sense that it flows like a D&D game. The whole premise of it is that Tina, a character from Borderlands 3, is running a D&D game for people in the universe.
There's a DLC.
So they did a DLC. They did a DLC in 2, in Borderlands 2, where Tiny Tina DMs a game.
Yeah.
I think that's Assault on Dragon's Keep or something. And then this is like an actual standalone of it. Because I think the reception was really well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Oh.
Everyone always
it's pretty much just it's pretty much just that though, and it looks really interesting.
Play Borderlands, though.
Humor in it is a little weird because they got what's his name? Will Arnett.
It's crude. It's very crude humor. But you know,
the humor. I love Borderlands humor. Don't get me wrong, I do. It's Will Arnett is the problem, and I love Will Arnett, but he's playing himself as the main antagonist to the game, and it sounds very weird. But I think that's because I've watched BoJack so many times. Anytime that Will Arnett speaks, all I think and see is BoJack Horseman. So I might just be broken.
Perhaps, yeah. I'm just gonna agree.
You're broken, Joe.
God of War supposedly comes out this year too, right?
Yeah, that's coming out.
A new God of War game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Oh, I gonna be honest, thought that came out.
I think I'm genuinely looking forward to Elden Ring myself personally. Out of all the games that are coming out, I think that's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Excluding Monster Hunter, because we all know we're gonna get Monster Hunter. But I'm just like, like we're all gonna get some break and play it to death. But like, I'm just talking about like new releases, and yeah, I think Elden Ring for me is probably gonna be excitement. And then Breath of the Wild
sequel to Breath of the Wild is supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild 2.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
A new Mass Effect game comes out this year. Starfield.
Ooh.
Let's hope they do good.
Right? That's the Mass Effect game, Starfield? I think it is. Mm-hmm. A Suicide Squad game, Kill the Justice League, is coming out.
I want to play that one just
Looks
for
promising.
I'm hoping it's done. I'm frankly hoping it's done the same way Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that was a good game. Like at first it was
so you've heard about Marvel's Avengers, right?
Yeah.
And how it didn't really perform well.
Oh, the game?
So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the game,
Yeah.
the Marvel Avengers game. So the thing about Marvel Avengers is that they made it so that it's like live service and there's like grinds and whatnot. It doesn't feel like a Marvel game. It's just like a different game with Marvel characters, and you get to be the Hulk and punch shit. That's it.
Right.
Guardians of the Galaxy was like, it's a single player game with a compelling single player story, and the madness that ensues just from like, oh, you need to get from point A to point B, and there's a lot of enemies there. What do? You just attack and whatnot. And supposedly, it's really, really fun. So I'm hoping they make Suicide Squad somewhat like that.
Well, let's hope so. Because like in Guardians of the Galaxy, I've heard like a lot of praise from it, despite the character designs. Like a lot of people were really a big fan of the character designs, but
People just like it because people didn't like it because they want Chris Pratt on screen.
yeah,
That's true.
Like they like I had people when the Justice League when the Suicide Squad came up on the trailers came out. I had people on Facebook going like, this doesn't look like what's her name, Margaret Robbie.
Oh yeah, screw those people. There's more than one Harley Quinn.
Exactly.
And I'm like, this is the game, and that's Margaret Robbie, and I know Harley Quinn as Tara Strong back then, because that's I was like, this is just
Harley.
It's just the real Harley. This is just a character design. And a lot of people were very pissy about it for no reason, I think, because they were expecting Margaret Robbie on screen. I'm like, no, that doesn't work like that.
The title of this podcast is Gatekeeping. That's just what that is.
I'm
scrolling through. I'm scrolling through an IGN article about the games coming out in 2022. Scrolled past something that completely flew under my radar somehow. Lord of the Rings, Gollum. Oh, okay.
What is that? Is it a mobile game?
Well, we're about to find out because I'm going to read the two sentences that they wrote here for it. 2022 offers gamers an opportunity to return to Middle Earth, this time as the mischievous Gollum. Unlike Lord of the Rings' previous Shadow of games, Gollum isn't an open-world action RPG, rather a narrative-focused adventure with emphasis on stealth and platforming. Never mind, I won't play it. I'll watch someone play that, though. So if anyone wants a free view on Twitch, just go ahead and DM me when you're going to play it.
Viewer warning, Jalbagel is a crazy fan for Lord of the Rings.
Love me Lord of the Rings. Avatar, the blue people, not the airbender, is getting a video game.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That was interesting.
Frontiers of Pandora.
It feels weird to hear that name again, especially after the last look. Avatar, it was like the Matrix, for example.
5 years.
The Matrix is like 1999, 2000, early 2000s, and suddenly 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people who watched it as kids already bring their kids on this next one.
I know.
Avatar is like, they made one thing back in 2010.
2010 or something, maybe
2010. Yeah, gone completely silent for 11 years.
Yeah.
Second one's
and
being
then suddenly
made.
They're back. Second one's being made.
It's almost done, I think. Something like that. I'm not sure what it is.
The second movie started production in 2011. Just keep that in mind.
What was it? Did it go into development hell? Holy crap, that's a long while.
4-hour movie. I'm kidding.
I personally think what happened is that they shot the entire movie, technology changed, and so they wanted to reshoot the entire movie because it's an entirely CGI based movie. And don't get me wrong, the first Avatar, exactly, the first Avatar is amazing.
It looks
but like
great
with a movie
still.
like that, you literally just scrap the first fucking thing and go shoot it again. We got a new computer, y'all. Let's shoot it again. 3080s came out. We got 19,000 of them.
And then you're dealing with like classic.
The crypto miners have sold their shit. It's time.
It's time.
Classic actors not being able to schedule as well, and just dealing with all of that.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
So Sonic Frontier is also going to be coming out this year.
Sonic of the Wild, Breath of the Sonic, Breath of the Blue Hedgehog.
Wait, is that actually a thing? I thought it was a meme.
It's an open world.
It's
Breath of the Wild's like, Sonic
game. I thought likewise, Kirby is also coming out.
Nope.
And it's the same.
Yeah, the Breath of the Wild Kirby game.
I'm excited for that one though.
That one looks so good. It looks
So
really
this year
good.
we take 3 breaths of the wild. All right. There's
They're all on Switch.
They're all on Switch as well. Amazing, right? The hardware with, well, the gaming console with supposedly the weakest hardware on 2022 still gets these. And
Yeah.
and seeing
Runs
the
these really
trailers.
well, though. Yeah.
Like honestly, seeing Nintendo games, they're despite sometimes the occasional drops in like quality and whatnot, they're really well packed into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
oh man,
I'm pretty sure after working for Ultimate, the guys at the main, like the guys making for Ultimate are like masters of file compression
And optimization.
Holy shit!
and
like,
optimization. It's like,
Because 4U is a gigantic game and it fits all on a freaking cartridge.
Never seen a game so packed into a 3DS cartridge than 4 Ultimate. That is literally insane. Maybe Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But
yeah, because Usum is huge too.
yeah.
Considering it had access to every legendary in the game through
oh jeez.
hyperspace wormholes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Ultra Space from holes. Yeah.
But yeah,
Different dimensions.
I'm quite sure these guys are like masters of game compression at this point.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
There's
like,
Breath of the Wild, there's Sonic.
I saw a really a good tweet that, because we don't really everyone's been calling games like Breath of the Wild open world adventure games. That's just what it is. But it does really hit like a certain like its own niche of open world adventure games, because I would not compare Breath of the Wild to Skyrim
Or Saints
they're
Row.
both or Saints Row.
They're all
Open world,
yeah.
but they're different.
Mhm.
So people have been. So I saw one tweet. I don't remember who it was, or else I'd quote them on this. I think it's genius. I didn't come up with this. I'm not this smart. But they said that they should call that genre of video game breathtakers. Because like, I think that's a good name for the genre.
That's a good name.
a fun.
Yeah.
That's a good name.
It hits on like the same kind of like fun little like Castlevania and Metroidvania, you know,
That's why I was always confused.
Tagline.
That was because they were like the ones that started it. That's why it's like kind of based off.
Metroid and Castlevania started that kind of thing, so they call them Metroidvanias. And the same thing with roguelikes. The reason why it's called a roguelike is because there is a game called Rogue, and the games were built like that game. But so like in this same vein, Breath of the Wild was the game that kind of like took this model and made it really popular, because literally every game is now making one of these. So
definitely.
Breathtaker, I think we should normalize Breathtaker. Go to your
Breathtaker's a nice name for
internet.
it too.
Yeah.
I would take.
Because like think about that. Like it's always like this like wide out, you know, sweeping camera shot into the back of the protagonist to look out over this vast. It does.
Well, it's just like, even when you do say like it's a Breath of the Wild style game, like you always get that visual of just like open world views.
Breathtaking, large, incredibly large, like grassy fields. You see mountains in the edge. Maybe there's a big castle in the middle, and like that's
take
what it is.
Breath of the Wild's cover art, and you could take the new Sonic cover art, and they are almost frame for frame, pixel for pixel.
Oh my god,
exact.
It's the same company. They just replaced the model for Link.
Oh my god, you guys have to see this then. So I think Arceus has the same like cover art as well.
Yes, it does. It's the same
where
thing.
The two protagonists are just standing on top of a rock in the foreground, and you just see this massive background of like everything.
Yep. Well, going into like gaming discussions and everything, how do you guys like? There's a new Matrix game that came out or is coming out, I believe. There's like a demo for.
Game.
I would call it a game.
More of like an experience.
It was an experience. It was like basically showcasing what could happen in the future. Would you guys want more realism in games? For me personally, no. Like,
why would I try to bring back the thing I'm trying to escape from?
Exactly.
As far as
like You
I
first.
don't
Liz.
know.
You first.
I guess as far as I'm going for realism, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like any games that I played that are at least a little bit real, and it's like you could talk about like not even like The Sims or literally anything that I play. It's like I'm not really attracted to those games. It's just kind of like it's too real. Like no.
Yeah,
It's not for me.
that's fair. Ceph?
I want I don't. It depends on the medium. I think for me, if the games like I enjoy Monster Hunter a lot. I enjoy fantasy games. I enjoy cyberpunkish games. But I also enjoy like stuff like LA Noire, for example. It's a fun game. Like it depends on the context. But I don't want a game that's just every day to day.
Yeah, no.
And there's no twist. And like, this is hyper realistic.
GTA.
This is hyper realistic GTA.
Could you imagine?
You shoot the tires, or you shoot the car tires, and it deflates at a specific rate. And that's. If I
You have to brush your teeth, or you lose all of your teeth.
you have to brush it. It's more like if they're gonna make a game, just make it compelling.
Yeah. No.
I think it
Graphics
depends on
personally don't
intent.
matter. Yeah, graphics personally don't matter to me because you don't need like super hyper realistic, photorealistic skin tone graphics for a character to make it a memorable
game.
story.
Yeah, no.
A good game. For example, like what was that game? Celeste. Celeste is a pixel art game. It's very compelling. It's very good.
It's very.
It nearly won game.
compelling.
It nearly won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It did.
What else? Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is made. Hollow Knight is drawn. It's made in Unity. It looks nothing like real life. These guys are like little bug warriors.
Yeah.
People love that.
There's kind of a theme with that though. It's like those are both considered indie games, not made by AAAs. It's just kind of I think what people need to understand, it's like you don't need a $500,000 game or $500 million game to really sell your message. Because even like Phil, you were recently showing me the game, was it Gris?
Yeah, Gris.
If that's what it's called. Gris.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gris?
Sorry for my pronunciation.
Is it Gris?
It's a very emotional.
It's Gris.
Oh, it is. Oh, I thought you were just playing.
Yeah, it's French. No, it's
Gris.
literally. The game is made entirely with watercolors. It's
exactly.
insane.
And there's like no talking. There's very emotional music, and it's very powerful. Just from the actions that you're doing, and it's just. I think that some people need to understand that we don't need realism.
Yeah.
To have a message be delivered to us, like
or have a good time as well.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Like you can still say at the end of the day, like, real life issues are happening in the world right now. The climate change, everything. But you could also just make a game of like, you're saving animals from this stuff happening or whatever, and just
from the Frost Wizard.
Exactly, and just suddenly you discover that the Frost Wizard has its own backstory that's super tragic and like all of this shit. I don't know.
He has an evil brother, the Fire King, and their sister Ozonus.
I want to know more about Ozonus.
But the thing is, like these indie developers, and he's gone.
I should write video games.
Video games are great.
Video games are great.
Cool name. Ozonus sounded like a cool name. I was like, that sounds cool. That's like a really cool character's name. It's like, no, because ozone, heat. I get it. All right, anyways, go.
I think it also comes down to like intent though too, because like think about a game like Detroit Becoming Human. It's one of the coolest games. I could watch people play this game literally non-stop.
So many endings.
But if that game didn't look hyper realistic, I don't think it'd be as impactful.
Oh, true.
Like,
true.
If it, like even if it just because the whole intent, if you guys don't know this, the whole intent about Detroit Becoming Human, that was a proof of concept for the PS4 when it came out. This was like, this is how good PS4 graphics can look. And y'all, if you've never seen Detroit Becoming Human on a PS4, you won't believe me. It looks insane. It looks like a 4K video game on a PC running on a 3000 series graphics card.
Game. It hits you in the heartstrings like crazy. That's a really good story.
Such a good story too.
Amazing
and not
characters.
to mention a branching story. Like you can play it 10, 20 times and still not get the same ending. Insane.
Yeah. And like I think that's just like the thing that people need to understand about games. It's just like you don't need a AAA game to have a good time or feel like you're getting your money's worth or whatever.
Okay.
You can still buy like 20 indie games and then maybe some of them will hit hard, others won't. It's
maybe some will be crap, maybe some will be good. Who knows, right?
Exactly.
What was the most recent indie game you guys played?
Oh, indie game? Oh wait, do you want to give our answers first for the realism or not?
Oh yeah, I said my bit.
Oh, you did? Oh, I wanted to change my answer for it because at first I was like, no, I don't want realism.
Flip-flopper.
I'm a flip-flopper. But no, like I agree with what you guys said in your statements. With it really depends on how the story builds around that art style. It's an art style, and it's like, do you want hyper-realism for this kind of story, or do you want like very cartoonish characters like Breath of the Wild and for this story? Like it really does depend on what art direction you want for the story you're developing. All right. What was your question?
What? Hold on. Do I want to say?
Recent
What was the
indie
last indie game you guys played? I'm curious.
Cuphead.
That's
indie, right? Yeah, it's made by a smaller.
Cuphead's indie. Cuphead's indie. Yeah.
Otherwise, I guess Boyfriend Dungeon recently.
Ooh, that sounds like fun. What's that one about?
It's Hades mixed with a dating sim. It's literally Hades.
So it's Hades. Sim. Got it.
And it's just.
Have you played Hades? There's also a dating sim in that one.
What?
It's an interesting game. That's all I'll say.
Is Remnant considered an indie?
Remnant? Technically, yeah, but I'm not counting it.
Oh.
We played it for like an hour.
Trying to find which one, but yeah, go on this. Sorry.
No, like even with like the realism before, like it's such a weird and wacky game, Boyfriend Dungeon, but then it actually does deal with like very serious themes as well of like this character trying to manipulate your character and like being very toxic and being very like kind of stalker-ish and everything.
Yikes.
But it's indie games are good.
Yeah,
indie games are good.
Ceph, what was the last one you played?
I played this game called Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Yes, Kena, so good. Almost won Game of the Year.
I think when I started playing, I was like, I was interested in the beginning, and I was interested in the game already. Then I started playing it, and when I was listening to the music, I was like, I recognize these instruments. Because there was like woodwinds, and you could hear like a few gongs as well here and there.
That's nice.
I looked it up, and apparently they took a lot of inspiration from like Indonesian music as well, Indonesian and Balinese music as well.
I like that.
Okay.
That's really
very cool.
And it having local sounding music play, it made everything all the better.
Well, that's representation. Like having just that, even that small amount of representation in a video game, like means a lot to people. That's really cool.
That's why we don't gatekeep.
Stardew's considered an indie, yeah.
Stardew's considered indie.
Stardew. No, yeah, I've actually wanted to play Stardew. I just never gotten around to it.
It's incredible.
I think I own it.
If you play like if you love like farming games where you can literally play it when you're dead tired, you don't have to worry about like iframing or anything.
Yeah,
what do you mean? I can iframe when I'm tired.
Do you want to
will-
when you're tired?
I frame my way to my bed. Thank you.
Exactly.
I frame my cross training machine all the way to my bed.
Yeah.
That's like a good idea.
Speed run to your bed, just like how can I get there fast?
Speed run any percentage to bed.
Gold
Don't
split,
talk
let's
my
go.
language now. Don't get me started. I'm
Oh
already
boy.
clutching the desk.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that Starter is probably my go-to. I mean, I've loved it for years, and I always go back to it. Liz and I've been playing it like every night almost. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Didn't
a lot
it
of fun.
get updated recently too?
Yep.
Yeah,
update
and
recent.
it's also Concerned Ape is also going to be coming out with a new game this year or
Musketeer.
next year.
To be
Yeah,
TM soon TM.
yeah.
To be
So
To be TM, sorry. I was just-
to
BTM. He's,
That's how my brain
he's trademarking Hamlet now. But only half of it.
To be
TM. All right.
That's it.
That's all.
That's it. We didn't get the rights to the other B.
No,
Yeah,
That's all we got the rights
right.
to be.
somebody already claimed it.
But yeah,
Somebody
no, it's a beautiful game. The characters in it are like absolutely amazing. They implemented multiplayer into it a while ago, and you can play with like like 4 people, 5,
I think
That's cool.
4 or 5.
4 people playtime. Playing with together with 4 people in a farming game
Is awesome.
reminds you of
try sharing
reminds you
money.
It's
the
not
sharing
awesome.
money. It reminds you of a specific other game that includes 4 people and farming. But yes, let's continue
which one?
on. Monster Hunter.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that thing that we all play a lot. Whoops.
Yeah,
Ah.
Monster.
I don't know what
Monster
you're talking
Hunter-
about.
Monster Hunter is
Never
a
played it.
farming game.
Yes.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
It's
Yeah.
a
What?
farming game. It's a Monster Hunter is a farming sim.
No way.
Mhm.
You need
Way.
you need that
Farm
one.
the
You need
monster
that one.
parts.
Yeah.
You need that one plate. You're not getting it the first one. You're not getting it the second time. You're not getting it
And
the third
feels
time. What
like
you're
you
You
doing?
won't get it for another 8 hours.
You know, and what you do?
By the way,
farm.
thank you two for that.
Farm.
Holy shit, Ceph0Rend, I can't believe you were there for that long with me. Thank you. I was playing
was
3
bad.
Ultimate, and I was grinding up for a
Oh.
Brachydios gem that took me 14 hours to get.
Welcome.
Yeah. At least it was your 24-hour stream, but literally over half of it you spent looking for that
planned on
stupid
doing
gem.
other
That's so
stuff, and I
funny.
was so like determined on getting this gem. I'm like, I am not.
You were
switching.
determined. 8 hours in, I was like, maybe you should swap or something. You're like,
No.
no, I've been doing this
No.
for this long already. We're getting this.
We're getting this, and apparently you got it like the next 6 hours. It's still
Yeah.
a while, though.
Yeah,
It was bad.
it was bad.
I literally
Don't you
got
just
like
love
5 or 6.
old gen drop rates?
Oh, they're great. And the amount of like gems and materials you need for your weapons. Oh, so good. So,
3
on Phil's
gems for an
face.
upgrade.
Like,
Jeez.
but
I think there was a review. I think someone made a review like old game drop rates are like you only get 3 per hunt. Nowadays you get thrown out, like they throw you out monster parts here and there. But like
Saying,
crafting
dude.
isn't that much as well.
Difference between tedium and difficulty.
Yeah.
Doing a hunt for 14 hours is tedious.
that's tedious.
2 hours. 2 hours would have been appropriate.
Definitely.
14
At that point, then
is
when I would
not.
have been like satisfied. Like by the time I got that gem, I was just like relieved, not
Yeah.
satisfied.
I will say
It was
this:
just bittersweet.
if World had old world drop rates, but still had like the Wyverian prints to craft the high rarity materials, I'd be fine with that.
Me too.
Give us the free way, which is just go out and fight the monster, or the limited easy way. You only have so many ways you can do this. You'll have to get the ticket another way, but at least you can just use a Celestial Wyvern print and get
So,
your
I don't know
Zionium
if
ore.
Skoj knows, but you can actually, if you have a Wyvernian golden print in the older, well, is it golden print? VE golden
Yeah.
ticket. There you go.
I was
The
gonna
Veggie
say-
Elder golden ticket.
If you have the VE golden ticket, you can go to Volcano and trade for a Brachydios gem.
Yep, you could
Yeah.
have also done that.
Yeah. You know the
And
Veggie
nobody
Elder?
told him.
You know the Veggie Elder? He's actually a lot more useful than you think. Instead of just talking to him 3 times for some crappy materials, you can bring in one of the tickets that you get from the hub. Those useless tickets that you get from like the guild master or whatever it
Randomly
is.
hunting. Yeah, just randomly hunting.
Yeah. And you use that on the on the Veggie Elder, and he'll give you a gem.
I will take my leave now because Skoj is gonna yell at me.
Well, now that we completely demoralized
just looks-
Skoj, I think it's a good time to end.
14 hours. 14, where's my hat?
It could. I wonder if you had. You should check to see if you have a gold ticket.
I can
He
promise
most
you.
likely
I can promise you. By the time
has one.
he got that one, that one Brachydios
Got, like,
gem and playing together
7.
with people, he's probably got like a few already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Liz had 7 by the time I got 1.
Gems, that
7
is.
gems,
I-
yeah.
It gems.
I got a
You
ton of gems.
you probably already have a few golden tickets.
I
Well,
literally got one from a carve, which was like a 2% chance or something. And it was just like,
One.
I don't know how I'm getting these, but I'm so sorry.
It's just RNG, my dude.
It is.
That's actually really funny.
we
Completely forgot
demolished
about that.
we demolished Skoj's mind today.
Yeah,
It's
all over.
fine. Fine.
it happens.
what about
Well,
you?
at least you know this for like the future.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Jel, though? Indie game.
The last indie game that I played was Moonlighter, which is a roguelike where you like dungeon crawl and then you take the things that you find in your dungeon crawl and then sell them in your little overworld store. And that's how you get more like equipment and stuff. Super cute game, but for some reason it won't launch anymore. It's broken. Super sad because I really like it. But now it just
Yeah.
won't launch on my computer, so I uninstalled it and I might try to reinstall it. And then before that, Hades, which was 2018's game of the year. No, 2020's game of the year. Because it was literally my it was my quarantine game. I love that
Yeah.
game. And then before that
Hades
was
such a treat.
yeah, and then before that was Indivisible, which is a really cool action platformer that's set almost entirely like in India. It's a really well done too. Tire Games voice acted. Matt Mercer's in it, so you know it's a good game. As well as like some other like really well-known people. I do this thing where anytime I buy a new game, I always check to see if Matt Mercer's in it, and that really dictates if I play it or not.
Oh.
It's my favorite game to play. Name a video game. We're gonna play it really quick. Ceph, name a video game.
Can't name one off the top of my head.
And, like a popular game or like any game?
Like a popular video game.
Animal Crossing.
Among Us.
Hey, that's not voice acted. That's also not voice acted.
Wait.
Come on now.
Wait, was that part of it? I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, we're playing.
voice
Is
acted.
Matt Mercer in it?
Popular game.
Sure.
Oh shit. Usually when I play games at this point, I just have like
Bioshock
voice
Infinite.
acting and everything off.
Psychonauts?
I think you said Bioshock, right, Skoj?
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite.
Infinite specifically.
Yeah.
Is Matt Mercer in Bioshock Infinite? Why isn't this coming up immediately? Help. Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Hold on. I had to go to Reddit for this. Okay.
Ready?
You beat me. No.
Oh.
Not in it. It doesn't look like it, at least.
Mm.
What
I know,
game did you say?
Reddit.
Whoa, what did I say? What game did you say, Ceph?
No, I'm just looking through his. I'm just looking through his like.
That probably would have been easier.
Video
Why didn't
game
you just look
list, and
through?
that's really long list.
I just looked through his IMDb.
Right.
He's in literally everything. He's in Fallout 4, no idea. He's in Fire Emblem Awakening, no idea.
Is he
I
in
mean,
Monster Hunter Rise?
He's in Monster Hunter.
He's in
World.
Rise.
Jesus,
Is he?
He's in World.
No.
He's in
He's in
World. Yeah,
World.
he's field team leader in World.
And Huntsman.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
and-
Mercer.
And
Matt-
technically Huntsman,
He's the
yes.
one that plays McCree in Overwatch.
Yes.
No. Wait, yeah.
Yes, he
Ooh.
is. It's high noon.
Yeah.
That's him.
Ooh. Okay.
He
I
also
love
plays
that guy.
Goro Majima. I'm sorry, what? Hello?
Jesus.
Matt Mercer plays Goro? What?
Yeah, I've seen a few interviews
you
with him and
know-
Jacksepticeye, and he's a wonderful person.
Did
Big
you
one.
also know that he voices Jotaro Kujo in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures?
Oh my god.
I need to watch in English now.
Did you also know he voices Kaguya Ubuyashiki in the Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles video game?
I need to play everything in English
Skoy's
now.
mind.
I need to play everything in English now.
He's but yeah, no, he's in Near Replicant version 1.pi. It's not pi, but I just say that.
1.5.
Did you know he's Levi in Attack on Titan? Did you know that?
He's Levi.
Or yeah, Levi.
Levy.
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 I watched the first season.
Leviosa.
Real soul.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah. No, he's a very prominent English voice actor now.
He's a great voice actor.
Yeah. If you never watched Critical Role? Oh man, we gotta teach you.
I need to. I haven't seen anything
Oh yeah,
content
you did.
related.
Yeah, Seth, you did say Goro Majima. Yeah, and from Like a Dragon. Yep, he did
Damn.
a fantastic job as Goro.
It's crazy.
He's Seki, Gyuki, and Yamato in Boruto, Naruto Next Generations.
We don't talk about Boruto, thanks. I will completely disapprove of any comments on Boruto. It's not.
Guys, have you seen Boruto? You
The
know his
only-
dad, Naruto? They should make a TV show about him.
The only reason why I'm collecting the manga for Boruto, the only reason why is because I love Naruto, and I like just reading through it gives me pain. But like whenever I see like Sasuke or Naruto in there, I'm just like, okay, maybe it's okay. Oh, okay, now they got less okay. Oh
It's
my god,
just
Man, he's
it
It's in
hurts
Kingdom
me, my
Hearts
dude.
3.
I know.
Didn't even know that.
It's me too.
So I should start off Naruto by watching that, right?
Correct. Yeah, watch Boruto first.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
Canada anymore.
It won't spoil literally everything for you.
I'm
I
already
promise.
annoying. I'm already annoying Phil as well because I literally don't know how to pronounce any of the names because he has like sound clips on his stream of like
My friend
them
pronounced them wrong.
mispronounced. So it's just like that's how I
Sasuke.
pronounce them now. It's like Sasuke is it? And it's like that's how I pronounce it now.
Oh, it's so good.
No.
Hokaji?
No. You're killing me.
Hokaji. Did you say Hokaji? Sorry, what?
Yeah.
That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, you know, like the fifth Hokaji. Or the first Hokaji.
Of course.
Something
He
that's been
literally
happening
looks dead.
recently, Jal has been getting into anime.
I know, I watched the first season of Demon Slayer. I did it.
Ooh, that's great.
It
I'm
happens.
watching a lot of television recently. It's been
Yeah.
not good for me. I've been blasting through television shows like nobody's business.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, I watched that. Instead of starting season 2, like I told you I was going to do, I actually started watching Jessica Jones instead, which I really like.
Jessica Jones is great.
It's a great show.
Have you watched Daredevil?
Yeah, I've watched all of those. Daredevil, Jessica Jones,
Punisher?
yeah, Punisher. I watched that one. I watched all of those.
Luke
Hell's
Cage?
Kitchen,
Defenders?
Luke Cage. Yep, I watched Luke Cage. Yeah, I watched
Iron Fist. We don't
the
talk
the
about.
the entire
We don't
the
talk about
entire
Iron
side-
Fist, but I did watch Iron
the
Fist.
entire side story content on this is like if the Marvel Cinematic Universe is like the main story, there's like the side content.
Mm-hmm.
This is all the side, but like they're so obvious about that too.
I don't want to say it's like, oh, this is the side. There's like irrelevant stuff. No, it's still very good.
Because it's
shows.
really
It's
it's
it just feels like everyone. It's like the main Marvel team gets a high big spotlight, and these guys are like, how should I say it?
They're like they're like D-list heroes.
They're just over there vibing, doing their own thing, and then they casually save the city or whatever.
Punisher and Daredevil are like fantastic.
Oh, they're insane. Yeah.
They're fantastic.
No, what's really funny because I'm watching the season 2 of Jessica Jones now because I didn't know it existed, and it was really funny because like they kind of make that ongoing joke all the time because in like the Hell's Kitchen area, which is like pseudo New York City, you know, like gifted people, powered people are not viewed like the Avengers are. But they know that, right? Like everyone knows that, and so it's really funny to see like one of the little kids is like, "Look at my Captain America figure" to Jessica Jones, and she's like, "That guy sucks."
That's amazing. We're gonna Liz and I have like a whole like list. We're gonna go through everything chronologically. Everything.
Are you really?
Yeah,
we've got so much to go through.
All of the Hell's Kitchen shows are. Watching that chronologically is going to be a thing because we named like 6 shows, and I haven't watched any of them in order.
Right, your Lord of the Rings is like my Marvel. Like it's.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm discovering that.
I was a cool nerd. I only had to buy 3 books. You had to buy how many comics?
Oh, no, it wasn't comical. Not like that, but I meant like watching everything chronologically and wanting to see everything. And you're just like, we should watch it all one day. I'm like. Doing that. We're not gonna sit in the chair for 12 hours.
I like the absolute naivety of watching everything in one day because there are more things.
Yep.
There are more episodes than a day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still scrolling through Matt Mercer credits, by the way. His IMDb page is so long.
It is crazy. It's like I've seen a meme on social media where it was just like he was being very blunt and funny about it, but he was just like things that will happen when you get into anime. Your watch list will watch you. Basically. Because it's just like there's over 6,000 anime. 6,000. Yep. You're never in your entire lifetime gonna be able to watch all of that.
Watch me.
Watch me.
ForestRaider has taken that personally.
No.
She's gonna have
still trying to get back trying to get back into anime.
Yeah. She's gonna have like on her phone, on a monitor, the other monitor, on the, like her couch, like her couch or TV.
You're gonna have like you have an anime on your phone, on one screen, on the other screen. On your iPad, on the TV at the same time. You're just gonna blast.
They're all going at times 2 speed as well, so I can get through everything as quickly as possible. No. Yeah. And I'll be taking it all in.
Speed.
And there'll be a test at the end. Skoj's gonna give you a quiz on each one.
Skoj's gonna give you a test on each one.
Oh
How many tails? How many tails is the no? That's a stupid question. How many tails is 9-tailed fox, Ceph?
8. That's a trick question.
Yep.
No, the real punishment would be like name this character. Oh, fucked.
God.
Jesus.
I can barely pronounce these names, let alone spell them.
Jesus. But oh man, I think we're definitely getting to the point where we're getting a little sidetracked. So I feel like it's a good place to stop right there.
Yeah.
If you want to end us off, Jal, you start us off.
I can. I guess I can do it. Yeah. No, don't worry. I guess I can do it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching or listening, depending on what you did. If you watched on YouTube or listened on Spotify or the other things that we upload this thing to, I appreciate it. Liz, Ceph, thank you so much for joining us on our return to 2022.
Yeah.
Thank you.
First episode 2022.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
I look forward to playing Rise with you guys. It'll be fun.
Same here.
We'll beat up Malzeno together, punch it in its face hole.
Face hole,
Please.
whatever it is.
If you guys want to check out both of our incredible guests, be sure to check out the links below and click on their social medias, like their Twitters and their Twitches, and give them follows and stuff like that. And check out these awesome people as they play video games and watch animes and do all those fun things.
Yes.
I think that's all. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Sko, did I forget anything?
Put us in your mouth.
Stop saying that. I should have made you promise.
First one of the year, let's go.
We can't end streams. We can't end podcasts like that.
Oh my goodness. You all have a good one. Thank you all so much. Yes. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.